Now, your WZDX Pinpoint Weather with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman.
Proving to be a much quieter evening across the Tennessee Valley compared to what we were getting ready to talk about 24 hours ago. Pinpoint Viper looking nice and quiet, and to be quite honest, I expect that it's going to stay that way for the next several days. If we look a little more regional, the cold front that moved through the Tennessee Valley early this morning has since pushed its way off to the east, moving through the Carolinas as we speak, and you'll also notice it's beginning to take a lot of the cloud cover right along with it. Maybe a couple of thin high clouds this evening across the Tennessee Valley, but many of us are going to see a clear or clearing sky as we head into the overnight early into your Thursday morning. Now that the rain is done, I think we can finally talk about a grand total for the month of March. In March of 2021, we saw 11.32 inches at the Huntsville International Airport. That is the 6th wettest March on record. March 2020 saw 10.67 inches. That is the 8th wettest March on record. In case you're curious, the wettest March on record was March of 1980, where 17 inches of rain fell in just that 31-day span. Current temperatures across the Tennessee Valley sitting in the low, mid, and upper 40s, 45 right now. Huntsville International, 43, both Athens and Decatur. Florence, good evening. You currently find yourselves sitting at 49 degrees. What's cool about this, literally cool about this, is that many of us are sitting 25 to 30 degrees cooler right now than we were at this exact minute 24 hours ago. And we're only going to continue to cool off as we head into the overnight. I've got a low right around 33 degrees, but couple that with a wind out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we're talking about quite a bit of a wind chill by the time you wake up on Thursday morning. Heading out the door to work, you are most certainly going to want to grab your heavier coat. Many of us, it's going to feel like it's in the mid and upper 20s. Now, of course, we do rebound through the later part of the morning, early into the afternoon, but really nothing to brag about. We're only going to finish the day in the mid and upper 40s. A couple of us could see the lower 50s, but I'm confident that many of us aren't going to make it to 50 degrees. And if we don't, in case you're curious, 2009 was the last time there was a high temperature less than 50 degrees in the month of April. Then we get to Thursday night, Friday morning, where it's going to be even colder. Folks up across southern Middle Tennessee are set to go under a freeze warning Thursday night through Friday morning. Everybody else, the entirety of North Alabama, is set to go under a freeze watch. That'll continue Thursday night through Friday morning. These are forecast lows Friday morning. This is without factoring in any sort of wind chill. So this is just the air temperature Friday morning. Again, going to need that winter coat as many of us are going to start the day in the mid and upper 20s. It's been a while since we've seen air this cool across the Tennessee Valley. As a matter of fact, the last time, March 7th, where the low temperature was 28 degrees. On March 8th, the low temperature was right around 29, starting off April on a very cool note. But believe it or not, this is actually not that uncommon for this time of year. And I want to show you why, and also remind you to cover up your plants before you go to bed tonight, tomorrow night, and maybe even Friday night as well. On average, our last freeze across the Tennessee Valley doesn't occur until late March, early April. In some cases, some of the traditionally cooler spots, some of us don't see our last freeze until nearly the middle part of April. So while this cool air is something that we haven't seen for a while, it's not completely rare or completely uncommon. Let's talk about high temperatures. 50 on Thursday, 53 on Friday. By the time we get to Saturday, a little warmer, high right around 61. Easter Sunday looks absolutely fantastic. Plenty of sunshine. I've got a high right around 68. Connor?
It keeps getting warmer throughout that 7-day forecast, Jordan.
Yeah, eventually, by the time we get to the early and middle part of next week, temperatures are going to be in the mid 70s.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jordan.